Part 3, hello. I'm going to dig into why the suspension will not lift. We have pretty good reasons as to why it won't lift, considering there's a huge leak. So I'm going to dig into that to find out what's going on there. And see, because I'll probably have to order some parts I imagine, but we'll see and we'll get stuck into that. So we'll crack straight on and have a look. Well, here we are. So this is the suspension pipework, and I just came down to have a look, maybe unloosen it and see why it's leaking, and without any effort at all, no longer attached. But not in a good way, it's snapped. It's very corroded and it's just snapped off. So I'm going to have to take out all the pipework off. So pipework going this way to the rear and pipework going that way to the front. Bit of a pain. And I have to see whether I can clean these up, or whether it is a case of replacing a bit of pipe, or I have to buy full new bits of pipe. But that's the situation. Not ideal. Okay, at the rear, if you see down there where the light is, that's where the pipework goes into like the, what do you call it, the hydroelastic sphere thing. I can't get the camera any closer because it loses focus. But that's what I need to remove. It looks, even that bit of pipework looks very cruddy. It looks a pain to get to as well. I've soaked it with a bit of penetrating fluid, so I'll have to remove that to get the pipework at the rear off. Wish me luck with that. Okay, so that, oh, hang on, focus. Can you see? Is now disconnected. I had to move the cooling tank out the way, but that is now disconnected down there. So I can start underneath. Okay, so this is the rear of the pipework. That end was at the top of the strut sphere thing. This end was underneath the car. You can see how it snapped. But I was hoping that was on a thread. But it doesn't appear to be, it just spins. So I can turn this, but it just spins and spins in either direction. I was hoping I'd be able to fashion something up in the middle to connect the two pipes rather than buying whole new pipework. But yeah, I'm going to get the other side off. I've already cracked the front there, that's off. So I need to remove the underbelly plate thing to be able to get that pipe out. Thankfully I've had it off before, and I have copper greased the bolts, so they should come out dead easy, dead nice. It's just a pain to go and do another job again, sort of thing, you know. But yeah, so I'll crack on with that, and I'll get that bit of pipework out, and we can inspect it properly and see whether I can fashion something up to connect them two pipes, or whether I have to buy whole new pipes. Go from there. So yeah, bear with me. So the pipework is out. It's a bit fiddly, but it's not the hardest job I've ever done. I'll probably give it a 2 out of 5. Like I say, it's just getting your hands in a few tight spaces. But so this connects to the front, that bit there. So that looks good, and the pipework's in good nick. Same as the other pipe. This is in good nick, which goes to the rear. That looks a bit sad there, but it looks like it'll be alright still. So that connection's good. Connections are good over there. The problem I've got is this bit, so I'll just show you. So this bit I said earlier just spins. I don't know what I can do about that, but this bit goes on here, and that came off okay. Now inside that is this, so that goes together, tightens on there. Back side of that attaches to that, and that's what's give out. But I was hoping I might be able to fashion a bit of pipe work, but looking at that, you know, that's where it snapped. I wonder whether you can just buy this bit connect onto there. I don't know how to get that bit off. Otherwise, I'm going to have to buy full pipe work just for the sake of this connection point. So I'll have to do some homework into that to see whether them parts are available. I know you can get second-hand ones of these. I've seen a few on eBay, sort of thing, you know. So is it more cost-effective just to get some second-hand ones on eBay than trying to, yeah, find some other bits? Well, that's the situation. So yeah, so I don't know if I could just buy this bit that connects to that. That bit's fine. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to do some homework, see what's available, if the parts are available, and buy some more. Then get it fitted and do that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the situation I'm in at the moment. So, bit of homework, might have to buy some parts. Today is Tuesday. I'm off for the next few days. I'm back in work on Saturday. So if I get the parts by, say, Thursday, Friday, that would be great. That gives me time to get them installed and pump it up and hopefully have suspension. Because I'm hoping I don't have to replace the rear sphere. The eagle-eyed amongst you probably noticed something earlier, which I'll show you now. So somebody previously has added some blocks of wood here, which says to me is that suspension hydrosphere thing doesn't work. Now it doesn't work because of that pipe situation, which is out on the garage floor over there. So once a new pipe works in, it pumps up. I'm hoping them blocks of wood will not be necessary, because I don't know how that would get through an MOT. So yeah, so I'm hoping that sphere thing is okay and holds some kind of pressure, at least for the MOT. But yeah, I'll do some homework, hopefully order some parts, and I'll see you in a few seconds. For me, probably a few days. I have a problem. In trying to find these parts, I can't find any. The rear bit of pipework, the shorter one for the driver's side, out of stock everywhere, on the main dealers, if you like. The only one I can find on eBay is for the rear passenger side, which the fittings would fit, but it's the route it takes. It's quite a flexible pipe, so I'm wondering, could I get away with buying a rear passenger side one and put it on the right? I don't know. What a nightmare. Just can't find them. I'm still doing some digging online, but that's the left-hand one. It's on eBay. So I'm wondering whether that would fit, because what I've realised is the other big long pipe, I don't need to buy another one. I just need that fitting on the end of this smaller one. But yeah, what a nightmare. So everywhere I've looked is no longer available. And that's the same on other websites as well. So I'm still going to do some digging, and yeah, hopefully something pops up. I wonder if there's any like MGF breakers specific or MG specific. I wonder if they'll have anything. But yeah, what a nightmare. It's 4:15 now. I was hoping to get an order in before the end of play working hours today. So hopefully things will get in motion and sent and packaged and delivered and all that kind of thing. So yeah, watch this space. So Breakers Yards don't have them. I've checked all their inventory and they don't have them either. Don't know what's going on. That specific little part that's holding me off. So I've done a silly thing. I've bought the one I mentioned previous. The only one that's available is the one for the rear passenger side. And I'm just gonna hopefully pray if that works. So I've ordered that, and then hopefully I can route it some way. It's obviously not going to be standard, but hopefully I can make it fit somehow, just to give me something. It was 30 quid. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll just have to keep watching the bay in case anything does pop up. So yeah, just waiting for that to arrive and then we'll go from there. God, I hope it works. I hope it fits. Well, the fittings will fit, but it's the route that it takes will be the issue. So yeah, in a bit. Okay guys, it's the next day. I thought while I'm waiting for the suspension parts to arrive, I'll check out the front brakes, because I haven't looked at the front of the car yet, and we have a big problem. So I took the front wheels off just to have a look at the calipers and stuff, but I spotted something else, which is very worrying. This could stop this project in its tracks. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, so I'll let you have a look. So this is what I intended to look at, because these don't look too healthy, but that is the subframe, and I've already been poking around at it. You can see a big pile of rust there, and that's the hole I've got. So there shouldn't be a hole here. Maybe a little one here, maybe to get to that nut, but all of this is gone. The other side is okay, and the rest of the subframe looks alright, but this section here is, for some reason, bizarrely, absolutely gone. And I don't think I'll be able to do anything with it. And what I mean by not be able to do anything with it is, yes, I could get a new subframe for it, 300 odd quid or whatever it is. Massive job. And just looking at the metal around it, even if I cut it back to put new metal in, I don't think there's any good metal for it to weld to. So yeah, I've really hit a low point here of, can I continue with this project viably? I don't have all the money in the world to throw at these things. This is just like a little hobby on the side. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do at the moment. Really stuck. Yeah. Let me know what you think or what I should do. But yeah, I'm a bit down in the dumps at the moment. Yeah. Onwards. Right, I've spent a few hours just mulling things over of what steps to take next, and there's 4 options. There's crack on, which means throw more money at it, new subframe, and chances are a lot of other bits and pieces have to go with it, because I imagine there's a lot of other stuff will need replacing to go with it. The second one is, is sell it as is, just go right, cut me losses sort of thing. But even though I've got the car running and moving and stuff, which is better than what it was when I got it, I don't think that'll cover the cost of what I've invested so far. Third option is to break it, and doing that, stripping it, selling parts and trying to recover my costs that way. Or the fourth option is just scrap. Get rid, scrap, done. But I definitely won't recover what I've already spent. So I've had a good think, and I've got a few people's opinions and things, and I think the best thing to go forward for me in my situation right now is I'll break it. I'll sell it for parts and try and get my money back that way. Reason being, it's purely down to cost. Like I say, I'm just using my own money on this. I don't have an endless pot of money. I wish I did, but I don't. So I think just trying to recover value back from selling parts individually is the best course of action to take. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Sell what parts I can to a point where then I scrap it. So hopefully for like the wheels alone and the scrap value of the car, once things have been stripped off, that'll cover half of it, and then all the other half I'll hopefully make back in parts, and hopefully I'll be at least break even, hopefully. Yeah, it's a shame it's not how I wanted this to go, sort of thing. I had visions of getting an MOT top down and driving off into the sunset, but yeah, it's not meant to be. Um, yeah, someone else could probably fit a new subframe and off the go, but I'd be losing out financially. So that's what it is. I have to use my head in this situation. My heart says crack on, but yeah, I have to use my head in this. So yeah, that's the decision I've come to. Hopefully, the parts of this will help keep other ones on the road. And that's the the silver lining to it, I suppose, in a way. I think that's the best it's going to be. So thank you for watching. This third episode is a bit shorter than I anticipated. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll have more projects and more other cars blatantly here ready to do and stuff. So please subscribe and like, and I'll get more content out there and more projects on the go and things. So for now, it's a goodbye and thank you very much.